everyone. We will be going live shortly, just getting everything set up. If you're just joining us, we'll be going live and starting the presentation right at 7 o'clock. So we're going to give it 5 minutes, just making sure everything is ready and good to go. If you're just joining us this evening, we'll start right at 7 o'clock. Thank you for joining. Hello and welcome. We will get started right at 7. Thank you for joining us this evening. All right, good evening. Thank you for joining. My name is Lauren Holberson. I am a marketing consultant and owner of Holberson Consulting. I also recently became the executive director of the Dalton Innovation Accelerator located in downtown Dalton. So today, we are going to talk about social media marketing tools. These are free tools for small businesses and nonprofits. Let's get started. So one of the things that I hear the most when working with small businesses is that they don't have time for social media. Quite honestly, they don't have time for marketing. And I totally get it. Having run my own business, I understand how difficult it can be to make time to take care of marketing and some of the other tasks that come along with operating a business. But there are some great apps and online tools that will help you streamline and automate your marketing efforts. I've listed a few here, these just some of my favorites that I've used. We're going to talk about 4 of my favorites that I personally subscribe to and use on a regular basis. And many of these are free or have a very low cost subscription with them. All right, so the first one is Creator Studio. So many folks actually may have heard about this one or have heard about it and just don't know how to actually access it. We'll be honest with you, Facebook has made some things more and more challenging as the years have gone by, especially as it comes to navigating and finding some of the tools. They like to move things around quite frequently, which can be frustrating for entrepreneurs. So what is Creator Studio if you're not familiar with it? It is a free scheduling tool essentially for Facebook and Instagram. And we're going to actually talk about how you can access that from your Facebook business page, whether or not you need to connect Instagram, and then how to schedule post. So how do we get to it? So the first thing you're going to want to do is log into your Facebook business page. So once you've navigated to that, then typically on the left-hand side, you will see a section for tools and publishing and things like that. Once you get into that for the post, you'll see what I've got a screenshot of here. It shows you stories, posts, videos, tools, branded content, and some other things. You will want to click on that Creator Studio. So that is how you access this tool. So like I said, it's kind of hidden if you don't know where to look for it. Side note, you can also utilize Business Suite to accomplish some of the same goals. One of the negatives of using Business Suite is that it's challenging to share URLs, so links to different websites and resources, as well as video. So that's why I actually recommend Creator Studio until they get some of the bugs fixed that I've experienced personally with that Business Suite. So once you actually access that, I'm going to show you how to schedule those posts in a moment, but I want to talk about connecting Instagram. So if you haven't done so already, I encourage you to connect Instagram so that way you can publish to both of them. And if you have different messages for your followers on Instagram, your followers on Facebook, then there's also a way to schedule posts for both. So as you probably know, you can't schedule Instagram posts through the app. So this is a way to kind of bypass that and be able to schedule them. So that way you don't have to constantly think about, sharing in live real time. So the way you connect your Instagram accounts is by going to Facebook and then go to your Facebook page that you'd like to connect your profile. You'll go to your settings as you can see in this screenshot, and you'll select Instagram. Then you can connect your account there. There's a little pop-up that will appear, and you'll need to log into the correct Instagram profile. So you'll want to use whatever you use for login information for the business page. That's what you need to use to connect your business Instagram page. If your Instagram is not already a business profile, you'll be prompted to make that switch. I'll be honest with you, sometimes that goes smoothly, sometimes that gets a little crazy. If you have questions about that, I'll share my email later on at the end, but there are ways to get that connected for the most part. I've only seen it once or twice where we haven't been able to connect, but hopefully we'll be able to do that for you. All right, so the main focus of using Creator Studio is scheduling posts. This is going to save you time. I recommend that if you are running a business or a nonprofit, that you just schedule some time every week to schedule posts for the week. Some people like to do it Monday morning first thing before they start looking at emails, and it gets crazy. Or you could do it Friday right before you leave your office or before you just shut down for the weekend. So once you have navigated to that Creator Studio, this is actually what you'll see, the screenshot here. And on the left, you'll see Create Post. Then you can create either a post, you can see that you can add a story, you could upload video, you've got some different options there. But you'll select Create Post, and you can see that I have this on the right. So it looks like you're creating a post in real time. So you're gonna add your content, your hashtags. If you are sharing a URL, you'll plug that in to the post, and then it should create an image for you that it pulls directly from that. The same if you were sharing a YouTube video, and then you can erase that URL once it actually pulls the content. But if you'd like, you can leave that URL there or that YouTube video link. Once you have all of your content in here, you've added your photos, anything else that you want, then you will go to where you see the publish button. You'll click on that drop down and then schedule post. And then you'll see a calendar. You'll pick your date, your time, and all that good stuff, and then hit publish. So that is pretty much Creator Studio. Like I said, this is free. You go through the same process for Instagram. Like I said, you've got two options. You can either click the little Instagram icon when you are creating your post, or if you see on the screenshot up towards the middle of it, I've got Facebook highlighted. You could just click on the Instagram icon and it would take you to your Instagram page, and then you could create a post just for Instagram. So you can create separate posts. That's not an issue at all. All right, so now that we've talked a little about Creator Studio, now let's move on to Google Alerts. So why should I utilize Google Alerts? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how to create an alert. We're going to discuss whether you need a list of keywords, and then how can you utilize Google Alerts. So the first thing I want to do, sorry here guys, I clicked too many times. The first thing I want to address is that with Google Alerts, you can put in a topic, and then you will receive an email on a regular basis. You get to select how often, articles and information that have been shared on the web about that particular keyword or subject matter that you typed into Google Alerts. So what I recommend doing, because it's hard to come up with content all the time, is coming up with a list of keywords and then plugging those keywords into Google Alerts, so that way you get that content straight to your inbox, and then you can sort through those articles and decide if any are worth sharing or if there's some messaging you want to pull from one. So like I said, I have the privilege of running a small business accelerator and incubator. So I naturally have Google Alerts set up for small business. So that way I can find out if there are grant opportunities, if there's a business I should highlight, what are some changes, what are some trends in small business. So if you've got a bridal shop then you might want to type in weddings. If you've got catering, then you might want to type in cooking or baking. So a lot of different things that you can set up with Google Alerts, and it's absolutely free. So the first thing you're going to want to do to set up these alerts is make sure you're logged into a Gmail account. Once you are logged into your Gmail account, then you can just navigate to google.com/alerts and then add the keywords in the search box. So I've got a screenshot for you here. You can see it says alerts, create an alert about, and you can see that I have an alert here about small business. And then you select your preference regarding how often you want to receive those alerts. I typically do it weekly because, like I said before, I'm scheduling my posts 1 week at a time, so that's helpful. So once you've set up these, one of the things that you need to be thinking about is, are there additional words that you can be utilizing for these alerts so you can set up future ones? What I recommend doing is creating a list. Putting together a list of words that relate to your business that you would like information on. Not only is this good to do for Google Alerts, but just having a list of keywords can help you with a variety of things, including your website, your blog post, and hashtags. This list of keywords will serve as a reference for develop meaningful alerts. So like I said before, Google will send this content to you based on the keywords that you provide and how often you want to receive those alerts. All right, so that's Google Alerts, guys. We're just moving right along. So we're going to go to our third tool, Bitly. So if you haven't heard about Bitly, then you probably know that URLs, website links, can be very long. So you know that at very least. We've all copied and pasted a link at some point and seen just how long some of those can be. So I want to explain why you should use shortened links and then how to shorten them. And Bitly is the URL shortener. So depending on the platform you're utilizing, you may be restricted to a number of characters, or the link creates some weird formatting issues. That happens with Facebook and a variety of other things. And lengthy links just really clutter up your posts, and nobody really wants to see those. They can just be very distracting to your audience, and they miss the core message. So Bitly is free, and it's super easy to use. So I'm going to show you how to use it and how to shorten those links so that you don't have them in your post anymore. So to shorten a link, you're going to navigate to bit.ly.com, and then you're going to open a new window and search for the content or the link that you wish to share. You're going to copy that link, and then on Bitly's site, you'll see what I've got a snapshot of here from Bitly. It says shorten your link. So you're going to copy and paste that link into this box, and then you will hit shorten. It will shorten up the link, as you can see on the right. So you can see here on the left, I've got SBA.gov, funding programs, loans, coronavirus, a whole bunch of stuff. So it shortened it to Bitly and then some letters and numbers after it. Now, this is free. You're not required to sign up or log in to utilize this feature. I do believe there's a limit on how many you can generate per day. But it's free, and you can create an account and still have it for free and then have more access, and you're not going to be limited. So it's really up to you. And one of the cool things with having just signing up for an account, like I said, again, it's free, but you can actually customize them to a degree, which is neat. And I'm going to show you that in a second. But this is kind of how it looks. If you just go to Bitly, you just copy and paste that link in, and then it spits out that one, so you can copy that and paste that into your post. Simple enough. All right, so what if you create an account? You're gonna, again, navigate to the company's website and log in. You're gonna open that new window, grab that content that you wish to share, copy the link, and then paste that link into the box and create it. Now you can customize the back half. So you can see here, I've got uncontainable quotes as the title of it, but in that customized back half, I've put my fave book, okay? And it's gonna tell you if back half has already been taken and you can then edit it, but you can create a lot of different things there, and then you will copy and paste it. And then they actually save all of your links and show you how many times it's been clicked. So that's some great stats to have on hand if you need to. So that's pretty much Bitly. Like I said, it just gets rid of those unsightly links. I utilize it with all the businesses that I assist, and I do it in my own posts, so I highly recommend doing it just to clean it up. All right, our final tool is going to be Canva. So this is a graphic design platform, and we're going to discuss how you can utilize Canva to design images for social media, how you can create your first graphic. I'm going to show you some examples, and then I want to discuss some of my favorite features and whether it's worth upgrading to the next level. So the great thing about Canva is that you can create and download a variety of images for social media. They have templates, social photography, stock photography, graphics, and more. I promise you, it's a lifesaver. I utilize this in my business. I utilize it in a lot of different things. It is worth the money that I spend to utilize Canva because it saves that much time. And time is money, people. All right. So how do I create a graphic once I've got Canva? Well, you can do it for free. And when you do it for free, there are some features that are unavailable and it's more restrictive. So that's why you may want to consider upgrading and paying the monthly fee or the annual fee, depending on how you do it. But there's still a lot of free things on here. And one of them is being able to create posts for Facebook and Instagram. So you navigate to Canva. They have got a bunch of different templates that you'll see. You'll select which one you want. In this case, I selected Instagram. So they already had this image that you see on the right of the screenshot created. And then what you can do is customize it for your business. So let's say we had a farmer's market coming up, and we just wanted to change this. We like the design, but our thing is not a summer harvest sale. It's a farmer's market in Carrollton, and we sell strawberries. So we might put, instead of organic veggie baskets, we might be putting something about strawberries there, and then what the price is, the promotion that we're running, whatever we want it to be. If you wanted to take out a graphic, you could, and you could add strawberries to it. You could change the colors. You can add your logo. So there's a bunch of different things that you can do within Canva to create graphics very easily that you can share. Once you've created one and you like it, then on the right side of this screenshot, you'll see it says download, and then you download it as a JPEG or a PNG, and then you'll just upload it to social media. Now, one of the things that I love too, if you don't manage a lot of social media accounts, you just have one, then you can actually connect your social media account to Canva and then schedule them that way. So just another way to save time. Again, very easy. You can see that there's some other posts here that are already created. So if you wanted to share quotes, if you wanted to share coronavirus information, they have a ton of info for that. So awesome tool. Highly recommend it. So that's how you create your first graphic. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the features that I enjoy. As I said before, the features kind of vary depending on whether you're using the free version or if you're paying. I love that you can easily resize images. So let's say that we create something for Facebook. Well, then I can resize that for Instagram. Or if I created a flyer and want to turn it into a Facebook post, I can resize it and then just have to move things around a little bit. But resizing tool saves you time. It's great. You can remove the background of an image with a paid plan. So let's say that you take a photo of your product, but then you notice later on that there's something in the background that is just taking away from your product. Then what you can do is use their background remover tool to remove it. This tool works out fairly well. It's not perfect. It can be challenging, for example, with hair. So if you're doing people, sometimes if you have hair that kind of blows to the side or something, it could get a little weird there, but for the most part, it works out really well. You can connect, like I said, your Facebook page for quick and easy publishing. You can create a branding sheet, so you can put in all of your colors. If you don't already have a branding sheet, I highly recommend it, whether you own a business or a nonprofit and you have a logo, you need to know which color codes apply. You need to know what fonts were used. So if you are having a logo created, be sure to ask that designer the color codes and the font styles, because at some point you may want to make changes. You may want to create content that coordinates with it. So make sure you ask for that information. That's something I see is not done quite often and is a small mistake that can just make things challenging for you. Another thing is you can create video with Canva. So just a ton of different features. I mean, this tool is fantastic, guys. I promise you. I wouldn't speak so highly of it if I didn't use it myself. So the last question here, is it worth upgrading? I hope that I've convinced you that it is, because it does save you time. But again, use the free version if that works for you. If you're operating a business or nonprofit, I know money can be tight at times. Save the money where you can, and then spend it on the tools that you absolutely need. I have a pro plan and I spend less than $15 per month. I think it ends up being like 12 something a month for my Canva plan. And I think that's a monthly one that I have signed up, but you could change it to annual and then save a little bit more if I remember correctly. So that might be something that you're interested in. All right, guys. Well, that is it for me. Like I said, I have a marketing consulting firm, Holberson Consulting. My email address is below, holbersonconsulting@gmail.com. If you have a general business question, feel free to email me that, and I'm happy to answer it. If you have questions about this presentation, also email me. That is the fastest way to get a hold of me these days, so I highly recommend that you do that. Thank you to the library for having me. I was excited to have the opportunity to speak with you guys, and I hope you learned something new and it was helpful. If you have any questions or anything, please feel free to leave those. I will go back through the comments and answer them. But it was a pleasure, and I hope you have a great evening. Thank you so much, guys.